Over the years, I've heard so many people's grudgery about half-cooked dough property of an egg roll, resulting to most people despising this God-sent snack. But today, we are not just going to be fixing the problem alone, but will also add some cocoa powder in our dough mixture for intense flavor, color, and taste. Please stay with us. Hello and welcome to my channel. I am Chinedu Vincent. Please consider subscribing to this channel if you've not done so yet. And without further ado, let's get started by boiling our eggs. That is done by inserting the raw egg into the pot harboring some water under a mild heat temperature and cook for about 2.5 minutes. While the egg is still cooking, permit me to introduce the essential ingredient and recipe needed for making this beautiful egg roll to you. We'll be using 250 grams of flour, half tablespoon of margarine, 1 raw egg for mixing, some vegetable oil for deep frying, some vanilla essence will be used, half tablespoon of instant yeast powder, about 3 tablespoons of sugar, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Here is the sugar and here is the salt, okay? Of course, our chief celebrant, which is 1/4 tablespoon of cocoa powder. So we'll be celebrating the effect of cocoa powder in our egg roll quality. And some water for mixing. It's our mixing time, the baker's time. Incorporate all the dry ingredients into the flour content of the bowl, ranging from the blend of salt and sugar, the cocoa powder, the already gushing out vanilla essence, and of course, our instant yeast powder. And with the help of our spatula or any given tool around you, including your bare hand, mix and cause them to combine. Introduce your raw egg and keep mixing until a fine crumb-like texture is achieved. Oh my goodness, but it seems the cocoa powder of a thing is making the whole mixture to come out looking so dark. Oh Mr. Salupist, can this be good at all? Can you see the crumb-like texture that I was telling you about? Just keep watching. I love my job. And quickly let us strain out the hot water from the egg and replace with some cold water for easy peeling process. As the egg is cooling, gently place your margarine in an empty pot set at a medium heat and allow to melt. Add about 1/4 cup of water into the already melted margarine and add the liquid mix into the flour crumb. As you continue mixing to obtain a dough. Note that egg roll dough is not a watery kind of. It must be somehow hard or solid. Therefore, in order to achieve this, it's advisable that you add your water bit by bit. You can add some flour if too light, nor water if too thick. If your dough is 2 or 3, your egg roll will become a shapeless amoeba automatically. And I know you wouldn't like that. So please apply caution while mixing. Having said that, add the dough into a bowl and cover in an airtight tin to double in size. This will take about 20 to 25 minutes. Crack the already boiled and cooled egg and remove the shell. Then wash in a clean water. While waiting for the dough to proof and double in size, set your oil at medium-low heat. Here is the already risen dough. The risen dough is characterized by lots of air bubbles round about it, in addition to increase in size. Massage to remove the entrapped air bubbles while sprinkling some flour to avoid thickening to your palm, neither to your board. Divide the dough into 5 equal parts. In other words, we are making 5 egg rolls from 250 grams of flour. That is about 2 cups of flour. And if you may want to know how you can go about your recipe calculation when you have a bulk production, let's say you are making about 100 egg roll, let me know in the comment box. Marry the egg to the dough and pull the first edge of the dough to the middle of the egg top. Drag the dough from the opposite end and pull to the top of the egg as well. Repeat it from the left and from the right as well. Then use your hand to close up any holes that might seem to exist. You can grease your hand with oil or flour if the dough is sticky to your palm, like so. Then smoothen the egg roll ball by rolling the dough in between your palm. This will ensure that your egg roll did not open on the fire while cooking. You can repeat the process for the rest of the egg roll. When it comes to wrapping your egg roll, there is no specific rule to follow. Just do anything you know that will definitely prevent your egg from falling out while cooking. Let's try another method. Flatten your dough and place your egg again, and then move the whole edge there and drag the opposite side and cover. Then you will be left with 2 sides open, as you can see. Then close the first side and close up the other side and roll to smoothness. You can freestyle, but just make sure that your dough is covering your egg. It's as simple as that. It's time to cook our egg roll, as the egg roll has been already inserted into the oil. You've been hearing me saying cook, cook, cook. I didn't say fry. I cook. What does it entail to cook? You cook your egg roll in oil when your heat is at minimum. Egg roll requires a lot of cooking time. Therefore, you must turn your heat to the very low and allow the heat to gently cook it from the inside. In other words, patience is required to have a well-cooked egg roll. In my own case, I spend about 3 to 5 minutes of my time cooking, and don't forget to cook with constant stir. Here is the mechanism. At the initial stage of the egg roll cooking, turn your heat to the lowest and allow the heat and the oil to be dangling. Then, when the egg roll starts browning, then you increase the heat a bit so that it doesn't soak oil. That is the secret behind it. As you can see, our egg roll is ready, cooked, brown, and color is superb. Oh my goodness, what a beautiful egg roll with a very deep, intense color being associated to it. Ooh, this is beautiful, I must confess. The addition of this cocoa powder is wow to the egg roll. And for those of you thinking that the cocoa powder added was too much, I think you can judge now. This is Oyoko egg roll, or you can call it Oyokosen. And I've not even talked about the flavor and taste of this egg roll. Subscribe to this channel because much are yet to come. Bye.